Chapter 1. The shocking price tag of a Norway vacation. Midnight to 1:08. You have probably seen the videos. Massive waterfalls, perfect fjords, tiny red cabins beside crystal clear water, northern lights dancing across the sky, and happy people living in what many call one of the best countries on earth. So naturally, you start thinking Norway must feel like paradise. And honestly, that is exactly what I expected too. But after actually going there, I realized something strange. Norway is incredible, yet it is also one of the weirdest, most misunderstood countries I have ever visited. Because the truth about Norway is nothing like social media makes it look. And some parts honestly shocked me. Before we start, comment below, what country surprised you the most after visiting? And if you enjoy brutally honest travel videos that show the reality behind the postcard, hit like and subscribe. Because what surprised me most about Norway was not the beauty. It was everything I never expected. Chapter 2. Over-tourism reality. Crowds in the iconic fjords. 1:09 to 2:20. The first shock happens immediately. The second you land in Norway, something feels different. The air feels cleaner. The streets feel calmer. Everything somehow feels organized. Too organized. No chaos. No loud crowds. No constant honking. No people rushing around aggressively. At first, it feels amazing, almost futuristic. But after a while, you begin noticing something else. Norway can feel strangely quiet, uncomfortably quiet, especially if you come from busy cities. Walking through parts of Oslo can almost feel eerie, not because something is wrong, but because everything feels so controlled, so peaceful, so silent. And this is where expectation clashes with reality. Most people expect Norway to feel exciting. Instead, parts of it feel deeply calm, almost slow. For some people, that becomes relaxing. For others, it feels surprisingly lonely. Chapter 3. Understanding the new 2026 local tourist taxes. 221 to 347. And that loneliness becomes important later. Because first, we need to talk about the thing that hits every visitor like a truck. The prices. Nobody truly prepares you for how expensive Norway is. People warn you. They say Norway is expensive, but hearing it and experiencing it are two completely different things. Because expensive does not even feel like the right word. A coffee? Shock. A basic meal? Shock. A hotel room? Massive shock. Suddenly you understand why travelers joke that Norway feels like paying luxury prices for normal life. You stop converting currency after a while because it becomes painful. And here's the weird part. Locals often do not seem stressed about it. Because salaries are high, social systems are strong, healthcare works, infrastructure works, public services function. So while tourists feel financial panic, many Norwegians simply see normal prices. That changes how you understand the country. Norway is expensive, yes, but it is expensive for a reason. Chapter 4. The budget killer, eating out and grocery costs. 348 to 502. There is something nobody tells you. Eventually, the price shock fades, and something much stronger takes over. The nature. And honestly, this part exceeded every expectation I had. Norway looks fake in real life. You know those places online where photos look too edited to be real? Norway feels like that, except somehow better. The mountains feel too dramatic. The waterfalls feel too massive. The fjords feel impossible. You keep staring at landscapes thinking, this cannot be real. And then comes the dangerous part. Photos stop matching. Videos stop matching. Nothing prepares you for the scale, especially when you stand beside a fjord for the first time. The cliffs feel endless. The water looks motionless. Everything feels ancient, like nature is quietly showing off. And here is the crazy thing. Norway barely seems interested in impressing tourists. Unlike many travel destinations, it does not scream for attention. It just casually exists, as if being absurdly beautiful is completely normal. Chapter 5. Zero-emission laws. Navigating the Fjord rules. 503 to 605. But there is something about Norway that confused me. Because despite all this beauty, something felt emotionally distant. And I eventually realized why. The truth about Norwegian people. Many travelers say the same thing. Norwegians seem cold. And honestly, at first, that can feel true. People are quieter, more private, less likely to randomly start conversations. You do not immediately get the loud friendliness you might expect elsewhere. And if you misunderstand this, you might think people are rude. But here is the reality. They are not cold. They are reserved. A huge difference.